Okay, I am outside of this house at 3815 Jackie. Just wanted to give you a feel for the neighborhood. It's pretty interesting. Most of the older homes here are pretty modest. They're on bigger lots, smaller single family homes. But there is quite a bit of infill and gentrification happening here. So for instance, this is right next door. So this is probably the original house, and they probably had half an acre. And there are 3 other single family homes that have just been built back here. And they're all pretty nice, large, modern homes. And so if you look at the plat map, they have this shared driveway here. And then looking further down the road, I'm not going to walk all the way down there, but you can see that something similar has happened a few times. There are some bigger, newer infill homes. And for instance, this one right next door on the other side is a small, modest home. And it looks like they're doing the same thing here. They're moving dirt back behind there. It looks like there's several lots that are back there as well. And then you've got this one right here that we're looking at today. So from an egress or access standpoint, I guess this would be the north side of the lot. There's plenty of space for a drive right here between this private driveway that they're putting in now and this fence over here. It's probably 35 feet, something like that. So there's plenty of space for a drive. The house itself, it's pretty modest. You can't really see much from here, but I'm gonna go around. This was probably, well, it was an old garage right here that they framed in. And then the main part of the house is pretty basic. There's no landscaping to speak of, no grass. There's some old flower beds in the front that have just kind of been let to go wild. So the actual entrance to the house here is on the side. So you can get a feel for that. So this is the main entrance. You can see there's a cracked old walkway leading up there. And then I don't know if you can tell, but the roof, it's an old 3-tab and it's in rough shape. It's done. So that roof is going to have to be replaced for sure. But I don't know how much value there is in this house on its own. But anyhow, walking into the house, you can see siding. It's old lapboard siding, and it's seen better days. I mean, it's got a little bit of life left in it if we keep it painted and caulked and all that kind of stuff. But you can see that, I don't know if you can tell, but the texture there, there's been damage that they've painted over before. Vinyl windows throughout, so those have been upgraded at some point, probably in the last 20 years or so. As you walk in, here's your living room, and I just want to point out that definitely smells like dogs in here. And this carpet is pretty much done for, so it needs a new carpet. I think that'll probably take care of a lot of the dog smell. Paint, at the very least, needs some attention. There's a lot of little pinholes, stains, marks, scuffs, to the point where you might want to do a full paint job. But anyhow, this is the main room here. This living room from left over here to right is probably about 14 feet. And then from this little hallway all the way to the right over here, you're probably about 18 feet. Dining space and kitchen right through here. This room is about 8 feet deep. Probably, again, I don't know, 18 feet or so. Kitchen's not bad. It's got solid wood cabinets. There's a granite countertop. They're simple but stainless steel appliances. There's no refrigerator. We go right there. And as we walk through here, got a little laundry room. I will point out, this is that garage that got enclosed, I point out from the side. So it's extra deep. It's at least 2 cars deep. They've got a baseboard heater over there. Somebody was probably using this as a shop or something like that. There's an old refrigerator. Your water heater's right here, so it's an electric water heater. I didn't see an install tag on this, so I don't know how old it is. I'm just going to take a guess that this is probably somewhere in the range of 20 years old. But one thing about having it out here is if it fails, then you're not really going to have any damage. It's going to leak into the concrete, put a new one in. So not a huge deal with the age on that, in my opinion. In the laundry room here, you can see, well, there we go, let it focus a little. There's evidence of probably roof leaks in here. This paint is all warped and sagging, so there probably has been a leak in here. It might just be because there's no moisture, it's really dry right now. That might be an active leak in the roof. Furnace is in this little closet right here. It's a gas furnace, probably 15 or 20 years old. Also, I would point out that this door is not vented for a gas appliance either, so that would have to be taken care of. There's a little gap at the bottom, but that door should have a vent there for passive air. Carpet through here, seen better days. First bedroom is on the left. All these bedrooms are pretty small. This bedroom's probably 8 feet from left to right, maybe 10 feet from front to back. Got a little closet right here. Crawl space access is in the closet. Across the hall from here is the bathroom. It's about 8 by 5 feet. You've got a fiberglass insert. Is that fiber? Yeah, it's a fiberglass insert all the way around. And an old fiberglass tub. If nothing else, it needs a lot of cleanup. Some caulking. There's some water damage around the base there. And got two mirrors in here. So not a terribly old vanity. Somebody put that in. It's 48-inch vanity and a mirror. So there's your bathroom, and then you've got basically 2 identical bedrooms at the end of the hall here. And again, this one's maybe 8 by 10. Really small bedroom. Little closet back there. And on the other side here, this room's a little bit bigger. It's probably 9 by 10 or 11. So slightly bigger than the others. Got a little closet over here. We'll swing around over here and look at the lot in the back, because I think that's kind of where it's at. See if I can get through from the garage. So there's a lot of space back here. You've got a big concrete pad here for a patio. You could clean this up and actually make this patio look pretty nice if you wanted, but you can see there's a lot of space here where you could have a private drive, plenty of room. I don't know off the top of my head what egress is for R1, but I can't imagine this isn't enough space. And then all of this back here. I mean, you can see next door, they've got 2 large houses on less space than this. So, you know, I would imagine that there's opportunities to do something back here, build another house or a duplex, maybe 3 units. I don't know, but we could certainly look into that. So, oh, and I should point out the back of this house. This is the back of the garage, and this over here, this is in really rough shape. It looks like some big dogs were just scratching this like crazy. So it's pretty rough. I mean, this is cheap material. It wouldn't be a big deal to replace all this, but just so you know, that needs to go. Same thing on this side. Looks like the main shutoff for the power there needs to be secured. There's definitely some DIY wiring right here. Not up to code. And then you've got your gas meter right here. Evidence of some old landscaping that has been neglected. And then the entire back of the house here is just OSB. So that is not rated for exterior use. So that would have to come down and we'd have to replace the siding. I'm guessing it looks like there's siding behind here, and I can see the same paw marks on here. I'm guessing that what's under here probably just destroyed by dogs. And so that whole side of the house would have to be resided. And so in order to save this house, at the very least, a lot of painting, a new roof, pretty good amount of siding work. There are no gutters around the house. I would have gutters put in and a lot of landscaping, but there's a lot of opportunities to do some other stuff back here too. So yeah, I mean, from a location and a lot perspective, there's definitely an upside here.